Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Manoj Singh Rana and with me is Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastava with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is on track to achieve its national commitment of land degradation neutrality. Delivers keynote address at United Nations Conference on Desertification, Land Degradation and Drought. Union Minister Piyush Goyal says per capita carbon dioxide emission of India is the lowest amongst big economies. Centre relaxes electronic filing of income tax forms, allows submission in manual format to authorised dealers till the 30th of June. Government procures over 425 lakh metric tons of wheat till now. Aims Delhi to start recruitment for Covaxin clinical trials for children in the age group of 6 to 12 years. National COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 95.43%. Over 119,000 recoveries registered in the last 24 hours. Country reports 70,421 daily new COVID-19 cases. West Bengal government eases strict COVID-19 restrictions from tomorrow. 850 oxygen plants being set up in various districts of country, says Defence Research and Development Organisation. And Pune-based startup comes up with 3D printed masks coated with antiviral agents. As many states are relaxing lockdown norms, we advise our listeners not to lower their guard as the COVID-19 pandemic remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow the 4 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene and get vaccinated. For any COVID-related information, guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said India has always given importance to land and consider the sacred earth as mother. He said India has taken lead to highlight land degradation issues at international fora. The Prime Minister was virtually addressing a UN high-level dialogue on desertification, land degradation and drought. Mr. Modi said around 3 million hectares of forest cover had been added in India over the last 10 years. He says this has enhanced the combined forest cover to almost 1/4 of the country's total area. He stated that India is on track to achieve national commitment of land degradation neutrality.
We are also working towards restoring 26 million hectares of degraded land by 2030. This would contribute to India's commitment to achieve an additional carbon sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. We believe that restoration of land can start a virtuous cycle for good soil health, increased land productivity, food security and improved livelihoods.
Mr. Modi pointed out that land degradation affects over 2/3 of the world today.
Land is the fundamental building block for supporting all lives and livelihoods. And all of us understand that the web of life functions as an interconnected system. Sadly, land degradation affects over 2/3 of the world today. If left unchecked, it will erode the very foundations of our societies, economies, food security, health, safety and quality of life. Therefore, we have to reduce the tremendous pressure on land and its resources.
Union Minister Piyush Goyal today said that India's per capita carbon dioxide emission is the lowest amongst big economies. He said the ambitious renewable energy target of 450 gigawatts by 2030 shows India's commitment towards the United Nations 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development and the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs). Speaking at the UN Trade Forum 2021, the minister said that climate justice should be protected and developed countries should reconsider their pattern of consumption and focus on sustainable lifestyles. Mr. Goyal said India has taken many bold steps on clean energy, energy efficiency, afforestation and biodiversity. India has also encouraged global initiatives like the International Solar Alliance and the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. The minister called for decoupling the trade policy and green goals. He said that trade policies should look for more inclusive growth all over the world. He said that a clean environment and inclusive development which is sustainable is a priority agenda for India. Procurement of wheat in the ongoing Rabi marketing season 2021-22 is continuing smoothly in the procuring states. Over 425.77 lakh metric tons of wheat has been procured till now. This is an all-time high as it has exceeded previous high of 389.92 lakh metric tons of the ongoing season. About 47.53 lakh farmers have already been benefited from the ongoing procurement operations with the minimum support price value MSP of over 84,000 crore rupees. Paddy procurement in the ongoing Kharif season is continuing smoothly in the procuring states with the purchase of over 826 lakh metric tons of paddy against the last year's corresponding purchase of more than 743 lakh metric tons. About 122.24 lakh farmers have already benefited from the ongoing KMS procurement operations with minimum support price value of over 1,56,000 crore rupees.
In view of the difficulties reported by taxpayers in electronic filing of income tax forms 15CA, 15CB on the portal www.incometax.gov.in, it has been decided that taxpayers can submit these forms in the manual format to the authorized dealers till the 30th of this month. The Finance Ministry in a statement said that authorized dealers are advised to accept such forms till the 30th of June for the purpose of foreign remittances. A facility will be provided on the new e-filing portal to upload these forms at a later date for the purpose of generation of the document identification number. As per the Income Tax Act 1961, there is a requirement to furnish Form 15CA, 15CB electronically. Presently, taxpayers upload the Form 15CA along with Chartered Accountant Certificate in Form 15CB wherever applicable on the e-filing portal before submitting the copy to the authorized dealer for any foreign remittance. India has administered over 25.48 lakh COVID vaccine doses to the beneficiaries so far. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry has said over 14,99,000 vaccine doses were administered to the beneficiaries within 24 hours.
The All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, in Delhi will start recruitment for Covaxin trials tomorrow onwards for the children who are in the age group of 6 to 12 years. The clinical trials of children in the 2 to 6 age group will start after that. The trial on children has already started at AIIMS Patna to see if the Bharat Biotech jab is suitable for children. Participants would be given the vaccine after their screening report comes. A national expert group has been formed to review the COVID-19 infections in children and approach the pandemic in a renewed way to strengthen the nation's preparedness. India is registering a significant decline in active caseload and fresh cases of coronavirus. The Health and Family Welfare Ministry has said the active caseload presently comprises 3.29% of the cumulative positive cases and it is continuously declining. It said the country has registered a decline of over 50,000 active cases in the last 24 hours. At present, there are over 9,73,000 active cases in the country. India's daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases for the 32nd consecutive day. Over 1,19,000 patients have recovered from COVID-19 within 24 hours. The recovery rate has reached 95.43% in the country. The country registered a total of 70,421 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. The Health Ministry said a total of 3,921 deaths were reported in the country within 24 hours, taking the toll to over 3,74,000 across the country.
Union Minister for Chemicals and Fertilizers D.V. Sadanand Gowda has informed that additional 106,300 vials of antifungal drug liposomal amphotericin B have been allocated across all the states union territories and central institutions today. He said the allocation will help to ensure significant availability of the drug in the country.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is on track to achieve its national commitment of land degradation neutrality, delivers the keynote address at United Nations Conference on Desertification, Land Degradation and Drought. Union Minister Piyush Goyal says per capita carbon dioxide emission of India is the lowest amongst big economies. Centre relaxes electronic filing of income tax forms, allows submission in manual format to authorized dealers till the 30th of June. Government procures over 425 lakh metric tons of wheat till now. Aims Delhi to start recruitment for Covaxin clinical trials for children in the age group of 6 to 12 years. National COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 95.43%, over 119,000 recoveries registered in the last 24 hours. Country reports 70,421 daily new COVID-19 cases. West Bengal government eases strict COVID-19 restrictions from tomorrow. 850 oxygen plants being set up in various districts of country, says Defence Research and Development Organization. And Pune-based startup comes up with 3D printed masks coated with antiviral agents. For quick news.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो खुद से वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
The centre is disseminating awareness of national helpline numbers for the benefit of citizens during the COVID-19 pandemic. The helpline number of the Health and Family Welfare Ministry is 1075. The child helpline number is 1098. For senior citizens of Delhi, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the helpline number is 14567. The helpline number of National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, for psychological support is 08046110007. Ayush COVID-19 counselling helpline number is 14443 and MyGov WhatsApp help desk number is 9013151515.
Welcome back to the evening news. In view of the declining trend in new COVID-19 cases, the West Bengal government today announced an extension of COVID restrictions till the 31st of June. However, various relaxations have been announced from tomorrow in view of the declining trend in daily new COVID-19 cases. COVID-19 restrictions have been imposed in West Bengal since the 16th of May. More from our Kolkata correspondent.
The state government further relaxed the restrictions and decided government offices to be opened from tomorrow with 25% attendance. IT industries have been allowed to run with 50% workforce. Markets will be open for 1 more hour in the morning, while shopping malls, standalone shops and restaurants will be open during specific times. However, educational institutes, spas, gyms and swimming pools will remain closed. Public transport except staff special trains and vehicles marked for health, essential and emergency services will be restricted. Madhuparna Dharshodhuri for AIR News, Kolkata.
In Kerala, the COVID graph is continuously on its downward trend as the state recorded 7,719 new COVID cases today. The state government hinted at more relaxations in lockdown measures in the upcoming days. More from our Thiruvananthapuram correspondent.
Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said that the COVID infection rate in the state has decreased. The average test positivity rate in the state for the last 3 days is below 13%. Mr. Vijayan indicated that there will be a strategical change in the lockdown measures after Wednesday, with restrictions to remain in areas with high infection rate. State Health Minister Veena George said that the government has made a comprehensive action plan foreseeing the third wave of the pandemic. She said that along with the enhancement of medical facilities, vaccine distribution will also be increased. Mayusha for AR News from Thiruvananthapuram.
The Defence Research and Development Organization DRDO Chairman Dr. C. Satish Reddy said a total of 850 oxygen plants are being set up in various districts of the country from the PM CARES Fund to fight the pandemic of COVID-19. Dr. Reddy highlighted this at the Department of Science and Technology DST Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav Discourse Series. He added that DRDO was prepared to provide all kinds of support when the need arises, and more flying hospitals would be ready, as was provided by DRDO in the second wave of COVID-19 to help the people. He said flying hospitals have been made in a way that the virus does not go out of hospitals, and if there is any third wave, all the hospitals will be taking the load. A Pune-based startup firm has come up with 3D printed masks coated with antiviral agents. The firm Thinker Technologies India Private Limited said the mask is more effective than N95, 3-ply and cloth masks. An integration of 3D printing in pharmaceuticals has resulted in a novel type of mask which attacks the virus when viral particles come in contact with it. The masks are coated with antiviral agents known otherwise as viricides. The Viricidal Mask project is among the earliest projects to have been selected for commercialization by the Technology Development Board, a statutory body of the Department of Science and Technology under the Government of India. The project received financial support from TDB as part of its search for novel solutions to fight COVID-19 in May 2020. Founder-director Dr. Sheetal Kumar Zambar said most masks which were then available and within the reach of common people were homemade and of relatively low quality. Dr. Zambar said it is this need for high-quality masks which led to undertake a project to develop and commercialize cost-effective and more efficient viricidal-coated masks as a better approach to reduce the spread of the infection of COVID-19. More from our correspondent.
The coating is seen to inactivate the SARS-CoV-2 virus. The material used for coating on the mask solution based in sodium olefin sulfonate. It is a soap-forming agent with hydrophilic and hydrophobic properties. In contact with enveloped viruses, it disrupts the outer membrane of the virus. Dr. Jamba said the ingredients used are found to be stable at room temperature and are widely used in cosmetics. The firm has applied for a patent for this product. The firm, which commenced commercial scale manufacturing, has already distributed 6,000 viricidal masks to 4 government hospitals in Nandurbar, Nasik, and Bengaluru, as well as a girls' school and college in Bengaluru through an NGO. Sobhagyakar, Air News, Delhi.
The National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, NCPCR, has asked the social media platforms to share information about the posts being published for direct adoption of children orphaned during COVID-19 pandemic. The decision came in the wake of complaints received by the Commission against the social media posts which had been published for adopting children. In a letter written to Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp and Telegram, the Commission has asked them to inform law enforcement authorities and the Commission itself about such posts. We have a report.
Social media platforms have been asked to provide details of Internet Protocol address, origin of the post and other such relevant details. The Commission has said that a compliance or action taken report must be sent to the Commission within 10 days. The NCPCR has said that any such adoption which happens without following procedures of the Juvenile Justice Act are illegal and in violation of the law. The Supreme Court had directed that no adoption of affected children should be permitted, contrary to the provisions of the Juvenile Justice Act 2015. Suparna Segya, AIR News, Delhi.
The National Commission for Women started a campaign, Happy to Help, during the surge in COVID-19 cases. The helpline, which was started on the 29th of April, has helped 896 pregnant women across the country. The state commissions too were involved in making the helpline a success. Speaking to AIR News, NCW chairperson Rekha Sharma said that in future too they will help women in distress.
ऐसी महिलाएं जिनको कभी ऑक्सीजन की जरूरत थी, कभी हॉस्पिटल बेड की, वेंटिलेटर्स की, मेडिसिन की, कुछ ऐसी आई जिनको काउंसलिंग की जरूरत थी, डॉक्टर से बात करने की जरूरत थी, ये सभी महिलाओं को राष्ट्रीय महिला आयोग ने हेल्प पहुंचाई.
The Department of Personnel and Training has asked all government servants at the level of Undersecretary and above to attend office and working days from the 16th to the 30th of June. The DOPT released an office memorandum that 50% of government servants of the level below undersecretaries will work from home. Disabled and pregnant employees will work from home. The officers will follow staggered timings to avoid overcrowding in offices. Meeting, as far as possible, shall be conducted on video conferencing, and personal meetings with visitors are to be avoided. The DOPT has decided to delink the requirement to submission of the summary of medical report for filing of annual appraisal reports of senior government officials this year. The department, in an order issued today, said that the decision has been taken in view of the prevailing situation.
All centrally protected monuments, sites and museums in the country under the Archaeological Survey of India ASI will be open from Wednesday. In an order issued today, the ASI said that the decision has been taken considering the prevailing situation. Akhadas are generally known for their participation in Kumbh Mela and other religious activities. But Kinnar Akhada from Nashik has helped several Kinnar and other folk artists like Vaghya Murli and Jogi during lockdown. It has provided grocery kits to around 500 Kinnar and folk artists. Besides this, the various help has also been provided to Divyang centers and orphanages. Talking to AIR News, Mahant Payal Nand Giri Maharaj gave more information about their work.
धन, धान्य, आटा, चावल, साबुन, दाल, तेल ये सब मैंने कोरोना के काल में बांटे और जो विकलांग लोग, लेडीज लोग हैं, उनकी जो आवश्यक वस्तु थी वो भी मैंने अनाथ आश्रम में जाके दे दी और आम लोग को भी मैंने बांटी.
Bangladesh extends land border closure for passenger travel till the 30th of this month to contain the spread of the coronavirus in the country. However, the border will remain open for the movement of cargo between the two countries. The centre has allocated over 3,180 crore rupees to Andhra Pradesh under the Jal Jeevan Mission in the current year. While approving this fourfold increase in allocation, Minister of Jal Shakti Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has assured full assistance to the state for making provision of tap water supply in every rural home by 2024.
Retail inflation rose to 6.3% in May this year, mainly on account of higher prices of food and energy items. Retail inflation for month of May hit a 6-month high. As per the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation data released today, the food inflation increased to 5.01% in the month of May as compared to 1.96% in April. The CPI inflation had eased to a 3-month low of 4.23% in the month of April on the back of reduction in food prices. On the other hand, the wholesale price-based inflation WPI hit a record high of 12.94% in May this year. A high WPI has been witnessed mainly due to the low base effect, as WPI in May last year was minus 3.37%. According to the data released today by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, in May this year, inflation in fuel and power surged by 37.6%. The first commercial consignment of the Geographical Indications GI certified Jardalu mangoes from Bhagalpur in Bihar was exported today to the United Kingdom. The Agricultural and Processed Food Products Export Development Authority APEDA, in collaboration with the Bihar government, the Indian High Commission and Invest India, exported juicy and aromatic mangoes which were packed and treated at AEPEDA Packhouse in Lucknow. With distinct aroma and taste, Jardalu mangoes from Bhagalpur district received the GI certification in 2018. APEDA has been initiating measures to boost mango exports from the non-traditional regions. APEDA has been conducting virtual buyer-seller meets and festivals to promote mango exports.
The Sensex and the Nifty today logged marginal gains to hit record highs. The Sensex closed above the 52,500 mark, while the Nifty settled above the 15,800 level. A report from the Business World.
The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange climbed 77 points or 0.15% to finish at 52,552. The Nifty at the National Stock Exchange also added 13 points or 0.08% to close at 15,812. Gold was trading at 48,350 rupees per 10 grams. Silver prices also plunged 800 rupees to trade at 71,430 rupees per kilogram for July contracts when reports last came in. And oil prices extended gains for the third week. In the intraday trade, Brent crude prices were trading around $73.10 per barrel. This is Lalema Aneja Dang for AIR News.
Karnataka Primary and Secondary Education Minister S. Suresh Kumar has informed that government school teachers have been asked to be physically present in the schools immediately after the lockdown ends in the state. Speaking to media persons in Bengaluru today, Mr. Kumar said the decision has been taken with the aim to start the process of admission of students once the lockdown ends. Israel's new Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has vowed to unite the nation freed by 4 elections in 2 years of political stalemate. He added that the priorities would be reforms in education, health and cutting red tapeism. Naftali Bennett was sworn in as the new Prime Minister of the country yesterday after winning a confidence vote with the narrowest margins with 60 to 59 votes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi congratulated Mr. Bennett on becoming Israel's Prime Minister.
With less than 40 days left for the Tokyo Olympic Games, Indian players are gearing up for the event. In the Olympic series today, All India Radio takes a look at India's fencing hope for Tokyo Olympics, Bhavani Devi.
Born on 27th of August in 1993 in Chennai, the exceptional fencing player Bhavani Devi is a name to reckon with. She has created history by becoming the first Indian woman fencer to qualify for the Olympics. Bhavani Devi began her incredible journey by winning medals in the team events. Bhavani Devi bettered her performance in 2014 Asian Games in the Philippines and went on to win the silver medal. In 2017 in Canberra, Bhavani created history by winning the gold medal in the Senior Commonwealth Fencing Championship and becoming the first Indian to do so. Bhavani Devi attributes her success to her parents. Currently, Bhavani Devi is rigorously preparing for the Tokyo Olympics.
This Olympics is going to be a very special day for me. I think this is going to be the first time where at least most of the Indians will watch fencing and will watch me play my match. So I just want to do my best performance.
Anita Anand, Sports Desk.
Heavy rain continues in Kerala as monsoon intensifies. The India Meteorological Department IMD has predicted heavy rain in the state till Thursday, and a yellow alert is declared in most of the districts. As sea is expected to remain rough due to strong winds, fisherfolks are warned from venturing into the sea in Kerala and Lakshadweep coasts. The IMD has said that southwest monsoon is set to arrive in Delhi by tomorrow, 12 days ahead of its schedule. Talking to AIR News, IMD Director General M. Mohapatra said the monsoon is on course to cover most areas of northwest India by tomorrow.
And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital Delhi will have thunderstorms with rain. The minimum temperature will be 26 degrees and the maximum will go up to 36 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature will be 27 and the maximum is expected to be around 33 degrees. Chennai will see a partly cloudy sky. The temperature will vary between 28 and 37 degrees. Kolkata will see a generally cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. Jammu will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Srinagar will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The temperature will hover between 15 and 29 degrees Celsius. Leh will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. The temperature will be between 10 and 23 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will see a partly cloudy sky. The temperature will hover between 17 and 39 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will have a generally cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The temperature will be between 21 and 35 degrees Celsius.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is on track to achieve its national commitment of land degradation neutrality, delivers keynote address at United Nations Conference on Desertification, Land Degradation and Drought. Union Minister Piyush Goyal says per capita carbon dioxide emission of India is the lowest amongst big economies. Centre relaxes electronic filing of income tax forms, allows submission in manual format to authorised dealers till the 31st of June. Government procures over 425 lakh metric tons of wheat till now. Aims Delhi to start recruitment for Covaxin clinical trials for children in the age group of 6 to 12 years. National COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 95.43%, over 1,19,000 recoveries registered in last 24 hours. Country reports 70,421 daily new COVID-19 cases. West Bengal government eases strict COVID-19 restrictions from tomorrow. 850 oxygen plants being set up in various districts of country, says DRDO. Pune-based startup comes with 3D printed masks coated with antiviral agents. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.